Are you healthy, fit and strong and excited about how you look in the mirror? There's my 4 questions I always ask. Do you have a stack of energy? Do you perform at your best? Do you love what you see in the mirror? And are you getting the results that you want from your eating and exercise plan? And the reason I ask those questions is as a personal results coach and then as an educator responsible for providing information, education, knowledge for people to get fit and strong and help other people to get fit and strong. It's quite controversial and confronting when I share now that I think exercise and healthy eating is a waste of time. Whoa, I'm going to say that again. Could exercise and healthy eating be a waste of time? Now I'm going to go back and ask the question, do you want to be fit? Do you want to be strong? Do you want to be healthy? And of course the answer is yes. No one wants to be unhealthy, unfit and weak, I'm sure. But the process to get fit and strong and healthy tends to be, or we preach about, exercise and healthy eating. But here's my challenge. After 40 plus years of being an exercise professional, and I don't want to call myself that anymore, because people don't want to exercise. So why would people want anything to do with an exercise professional when they don't want to exercise? Now you might love it. Congratulations, I love it. But 90% or more of the population don't. And I share that as a health club manager for many decades of my life. There are very few people in the general population that want to go to the gym. There's a few that go even though they don't want to, and there's a few that love it, but it's a tiny percentage. And if you look at the research from all of the different World Health Organisations and the country ministries of health and the statistic people that study who does what, 90%, 9 out of 10 people don't want to go to the gym and don't want to exercise. Or they know they should exercise, but they don't because they don't have time. And when I ask people, what do you think exercise is? I get the same answer all the time. It's somewhere between 20 minutes jog, run, 30 minutes jog, run, 45-minute class, 1 hour at the gym 3 times a week, or a combination of all of those. Most people think that exercise has to be at least 20 minutes, and that has been preached for a very long time. If you're going to go for a run, it needs to be at least 30 minutes. If a class is on, it's got to be at least 45 minutes. And if you're going to the gym, it's got to be at least an hour 3 times a week. Well, we know that doesn't work. Even if that was the perfect prescription for being fit and strong, it doesn't work because 90% of people don't want to exercise. But 100% of people want to be fit and healthy and strong. Everybody wants to be, and I'll rephrase, who wants to be unfit, weak and sick? Nobody. So the process of having a fit, strong, healthy body, the exercise and healthy eating hasn't worked, or the way we have communicated it hasn't worked. So what if we made eating and exercise really simple rather than complicated? And what if we stopped talking about exercise and we just got excited about the process of getting fit and strong? So rather than you've got to exercise, how about, do you want to be fit and strong? Let's get you fit and strong. Do you want to have it? And these are the things I get excited about. Do you want to have a stack of energy? Do you want to perform at your best? Do you want to have great hair, great skin, great nails, bright eyes? Do you want to have a strong immune system so you can fight germs, bugs, viruses and diseases, and you don't get the big, horrible inactivity diseases, coronary heart disease, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, most cancers, stroke, depression, anxiety, dementia, Alzheimer's, those horrible diseases that when you link them back to where they come from being inactive, being unfit and being weak. So the human body is designed to be a healthy, fit, strong brain, strong body, muscles are strong, bones are strong, and let's have a look at those. If you have strong bones, you don't get osteoporosis, bone thinning disease. If you have strong muscles, you have a fast metabolism, so your body burns up everything that you put into it. There's nothing about being fit and strong that has a downside. It's all upside. But exercise and healthy eating has some horrible downsides, and we know that because people just don't do it. So when I say healthy eating, I say that a little bit with my sarcastic hat on, because of course we don't want to eat unhealthy food. We don't want to eat food that makes us sick. But the definition of healthy food is now so controversial that is it possible that people have just said, stuff that I don't know what to do, I'm just going to eat whatever I want. The experts argue about nutrition and food and diets and calories and macronutrition and micronutrition all the time. So how do people know what to do? And you as an exercise professional or a parent, a teacher, a coach, I have to educate people to get fit and strong. That concept of food is just so controversial. I like to stay away from it now. And the reason is this. Is it possible that if I'm really fit and if I'm really strong, not only will I have a fit, strong body, but my fit, strong brain, is it possible it will make better decisions about food? When I ask people, if you were your own high-performance eating and exercise coach, what advice would you give about your food? Nobody has ever said to me, I think I should eat takeaway food every meal. I should eat food out of a packet in a bag, highly processed, full of sugar and salt and fat and no nutrition. I think that I should drink copious amounts of alcohol, take drugs, and sit on the couch and do nothing. Nobody's ever said that to me. Everybody has got a general idea about what's going to be good for, and particularly their eating habits. So here's the challenge. If I tell people what to eat, is it possible there's going to be an argument? If I tell people when to eat, is there going to be an argument? If I tell people how much to eat, could there be an argument? Or worse, we all have, and I'll ask you that personal question, do you have foods that you love? Why would you take those out of somebody's eating plan? Is it possible that that would make them upset or angry or anxious or annoyed with you? Why would you give people an eating plan that includes foods that they don't want to eat for whatever reason? Religious reasons, cultural reasons. I just don't want to eat that. It doesn't taste nice. But I've heard plenty of people scream at, preach at, tell people that you have to eat. Not only can't have, mustn't have, don't have, shouldn't have, their favourite foods, but you have to eat berries or porridge or chicken breast or some kind of superfood. There's carnivores now who say you should only eat meat, and there's vegan vegetarians who say you should only eat plant-based food. And they're opposing views. So is it possible that all of that food challenge has become so controversial that people either don't eat healthy at all or they've just given up? So what if I get somebody's brain so fit and so strong and so healthy that or rephrase, is it possible that they don't even have to think about it? Because is it possible that a fit, strong body will tell you when it's hungry and it will tell you when it's full? Is it possible that a fit, strong body will tell you when you're thirsty, you need to have a drink, and you don't need to have a drink if you're not thirsty? That takes away the argument all about how much you should drink. Is it possible that a fit, strong, healthy body will have a hormonal system and a digestive system and a central nervous system, big words, that all work effectively together to make sure that whatever I put into my body, I burn it up? And have you ever noticed, or have you ever wondered, why are there some people that can eat lollies and chocolate and biscuits and takeaway food and they're healthy, fit and strong, and they don't get bigger and they have a great life, and they can answer yes to those 4 questions, which is yes, they have a stack of energy, yes, they perform at their best, yes, they love what they see in the mirror, and yes, they're getting the results that they want from their eating and exercise plan. And I'm not being sarcastic about lollies and chocolate and biscuits and cake and takeaway food, because is it possible that for some people food is a pleasurable experience, and if you take those foods out of their eating plan, they go mentally crazy? You might say, well, you'll have a healthy body if you stop eating low nutritious food, but what about their mental health? So wouldn't it be awesome to have a human body that is so fit and so strong, with a fast metabolism, with an endocrine hormonal system and a central nervous system that work together to burn up everything that you put in? And not only that, this great thing about, I've just got to keep eating because it's my favourite food. Isn't it awesome that when you're fit and strong, your body will tell you that you're full and you actually don't want to eat anymore? You don't overeat, you don't binge eat, you don't get angry because you can't eat. Your body just has this beautiful, and it's called homeostasis for a reason. You're at peace with yourself, your body loves itself, you look after your body looks after you. And all of that happens by getting fit and strong. Now, we could say that comes from exercise and healthy eating plan, but I don't think that works. I think we've got to get people fit and we've got to get them strong. Now, how do we do that? Let's go to physiology. To get fit, you've got to get puffed. To get strong, you've got to overload. And there's some systems that have to be overloaded. Muscles, bones, endocrine system, hormonal system. And all of that happens most effectively when you work at, when you have activity at 100% effort. It's called the fight and flight system. It's called the phosphate system. The human body draws energy from 3 different systems. It's called the ABC of the human body, basically. It's just physiology at its best. And I'm sure you know this. But we have a phosphate system, we have a lactate system, we have an aerobic system. The phosphate system is 10 seconds, fight and flight, 100% effort. Get the hell out of there if you've got challenges, animal fight chasing you. You have to turn and fight the animal. You've got stress in your life. Somebody's trying to kill you. Life is trying to get at you. Your body will give you everything you need in 10 seconds to get the hell out of there. When you go after 10 seconds to 2 minutes, even if you're working really hard, and you can work really hard in the lactate system, that's what it's called, but there's a byproduct, a waste product called lactic acid. It makes you feel sick and it gives you a burning sensation in your muscles. Now, you can build up a resistance to that, but most people don't want to work like that. It's too bloody hard, yeah? Burning sensation, feel sick, so they don't want to work there. And if you push them to work there, is it possible that that's why they hate exercise? Because it makes them feel sick and gives them a burning sensation in their muscles. Once you go to the aerobic system, the 3rd system, that's where we work every day, all day. That's where we live, in the aerobic system. Breathe in oxygen, breathe out carbon dioxide, and we can keep going forever and ever. But an exercise program where you can keep going forever and ever, isn't it possible that that's long and boring and slow, and the results come slowly, and it's long and it's boring, and that's why people don't do it? Is it possible that that's what we've done to exercise? We've turned it into into lactate exercise or aerobic exercise, and it's long and boring, or it hurts. But phosphate fit, phosphate strong, 10 seconds, high intense activity. You can't get bored because it's so short. Even though it's really hard, it's only short. So you don't pace yourself. You put in 100% effort, 10 seconds. So whether you're getting puffed or lifting something heavy, it's a simple process. So get puffed several times throughout the day for 10 seconds and turn your body into a high performance machine that's really fit, and every other part of your body is fit, especially your brain. But you can't do that if you're weak. If you've got weak muscles, weak bones, if you're weak and frail as a human being, you can't push yourself really hard for 10 seconds. So we've got to get strong. But we've made that really complicated, haven't we? 3 times a week at the gym, an hour, 27 exercises, 3 sets of 10. Which exercises are right, which exercises are wrong? How about this? How does the human body work? We can push with our upper body, we can pull with our upper body, and we can lower our body down to the ground and get back up again. If I use every single ligament, tendon, joint, muscle and bone in my body, and I overload it to 100%, I fire up the endocrine system, the hormonal system, that's the one that gets me stronger. If I fire up the central nervous system at 100%, that's the one that makes everything work at 100%. Is it possible that I have to do big exercises to get big result, but it's a short period of time? Without getting complicated, without getting scientific, because the human body is a bloody amazing machine. If I get puffed, I will get fit. And to get puffed, it's 10 seconds. Anything past that, I'm in the wrong energy system. If I get strong, I can get puffed. I can work really hard because I've got a strong body. So all I've got to do is overload every muscle, ligament, tendon, joint, and bone in my body. That's maximum 3 exercises. And when I say exercises, 3 movement patterns where I'm lifting something heavy, because I don't even like the word exercise anymore. What if I ask you this question? If I can get you fit and strong and healthy and have a fast metabolism and have a strong immune system, have great hair, skin and nails, I have a brain that's healthy and happy and anti-depressed, and you could do that in minutes a week, seconds a day, 10 seconds every 15 minutes, 10 seconds every 15 minutes to get puffed, maybe a minute to 3 minutes once a week to get strong, and your body will be full of energy, you'll perform at your best, you'll look great in the mirror, however great you want to look, and you'll be getting the results that you want. And is it possible then that if I've got that kind of body, that the food will look after itself? And I'll ask again this gorgeous question, have you ever noticed or ever experienced where when people get fit and strong, they automatically change the way they eat? They don't feel like eating cake and chocolate and biscuits. They don't feel like eating takeaway food and fried food and Kentucky Fried Chicken, because they are going to get puffed on a regular basis. Those foods don't mix well with getting puffed and lifting heavy. So it's a pretty simple process. What if we forget about the exercise, forget about the eating, and let's just get people fit and strong in a way that suits their lifestyle. So to get puffed, I can dance. I can run around the backyard with my kids. I can run up and down a hill. I can play with my puppy dog. I can do martial arts. I can punch. I can skip. I can do something that gets me puffed, and then I'll get fit. lifting, my muscles and bones are blind. Everything's blind inside my body. It doesn't know whether I'm lifting a rock or a log or a wheelbarrow full of sand or a child or a bag full of wet towels or a dumbbell, a barbell or a kettlebell. My muscles can't see what I'm lifting. They just get stronger if I overload them. So let's overload, let's get strong, let's get fit, and let's turn our body into a fit, strong, healthy machine without focusing on the horrible process which most people hate, exercise and healthy eating. It's really boring. What if we made the outcome the exciting thing? Let's get you fit and strong in a really short period of time so that you can live your life to the max.